What you are looking at is a Tumbril Storm, a sleek, heavily armored war machine designed to carve a path through the battlefield. On paper, it's a deadly mix of speed, firepower, and survivability, but in reality, it's often overlooked. Why? Well, that's because Star Citizen's battlefield have been dominated by air superiority for years. But what if I told you that Star Citizen Alpha 4.1 has finally given the Storm its moment to shine? Today, we're going to talk about why the Tumbril Storm is suddenly one of the best ground vehicles in the game, thanks to the Hathor sandbox activities. We'll break down why this compact beast is changing the way we approach high-risk combat zones and how the Irad Club has been using it to dominate the battlefield. So strap in, because this might be the Storm's grand entrance into Star Citizen's meta. First, we'll do a quick recap about what the Storm is. The Tumbril Storm is a compact, heavily armored tank designed for frontline assaults and battlefield dominance in Star Citizen. Built for speed and maneuverability, the Storm strikes a balance between mobility and firepower, making it an ideal choice for both offensive pushes and defensive operations. Unlike its larger counterpart, the Nova, the Storm is nimble enough to navigate rough terrain while still packing a formidable main cannon capable of dealing significant damage to vehicles and ground targets thanks to its size 3 laser repeater. A sleek, modern design ensures minimal exposure, allowing pilots and infantry to deploy it effectively in combat scenarios. Whether supporting a ground offensive or holding strategic positions, the Tumbril Storm is a powerful tool for any militia, private security force, or planetary defense unit in the verse. However, despite its impressive design and potential in the battlefield, the Storm has struggled to find widespread use in Star Citizen. One major issue is its lack of versatility. Unlike a larger tank or ground vehicles with secondary weapons, the Storm relies solely on its size 3 laser cannon, which lacks the raw stopping power needed to take down well-armored targets quickly. Additionally, ground vehicles mechanics in Star Citizen remain rather underdeveloped, with terrain traversals, physics, and vehicle persistence still posing challenges. Many players also find that ground combat rarely plays a decisive role in gameplay, as most large-scale engagements happen in space or in the air, making vehicles like the Storm less practical. Furthermore, the lack of dedicated transport options for the Storm limits its mobility, as it cannot fit in many ships, forcing players to rely on cumbersome deployment methods. Until Star Citizen expands ground-based warfare mechanics to provide better logistical support for vehicle transport, the Tumbril Storm is likely to remain an underutilized asset. Now, that being said, I am happy to report that the Tumbril Storm has finally found its purpose in Star Citizen with the new Hathor sandbox activities introduced in Star Citizen 4.1. These locations are high-risk, high-reward zones teeming with hostile NPCs, juvenile Valakars, and opportunistic players looking to loot, activate element towers, or simply snipe others for fun. This makes some of the most dangerous areas of the game. The Storm provides a massive tactical advantage in these environments. Unlike on-foot players, those inside the ground vehicles like the Storm are completely protected from snipers and environmental hazards. Most players will actively avoid engaging a Storm unless they are packing a railgun or a missile launcher, which is unlikely given the need for smaller weapons like rifles or machine guns in these locations. Beyond its defensive strength, the Storm is an excellent tool for clearing out NPCs, as you can see right there. Whether you're firing from the cockpit or using the remote turret, its size 3 laser cannon makes short work of enemies out there. Every time we've deployed it with the Irad Club as a support vehicle, it has ensured the safety of our ground troops, allowing them to operate without the constant threat of an ambush. Last but not least, the Storm's agility makes it perfect for navigating the debris and scattered rocks that litter these sites. Larger vehicles like the Nova or the Centurion struggle in this terrain, but the Storm's compact size and mobility allow it to move freely, making it an ideal ground vehicle for this new and dangerous gameplay loop. So, is the Tumbril Storm finally breaking into the spotlight? It sure looks like it. With Hathor sandbox activities pushing players into intense ground combat, the Storm has proven to be a valuable asset for survival, protection, and even dominance. Whether you're rolling it as a squad or holding down the position solo, this little tank here is showing its true potential. But what do you think? Have you tried using the Storm in Alpha 4.1's new content? Do you see it becoming a must-have vehicle, or does it still need some tweaks? Let me know in the comment section down below. And before we go, don't forget that we're giving away a Misc Fortune in May, so to enter, just comment to any videos posted this month. We'll select 10 lucky entries for the Wheels of Names. Patreon and YouTube members get automatic entries. Speaking of which, a huge shout out to Dr. Fabin, Toka, Tarcisius, Shadow Rise, The Key to the Current, Zero Crusher for their amazing support. If you'd enjoyed this breakdown, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, check out our Patreon page for more exclusive content, and thank you so much for watching. As always, I have been Iran, and I will see you guys in the next one.